So here I've chosen different questions that I asked Aaron, and he responded to them. So I did this after the session, basically to see what he has achieved and what I can work on, and see what the session has done for him. So the first question I asked him was, "Do you think you've improved on your areas of weakness?" So he replied saying, "Yes, I think if I carry on with the sessions, definitely." So that's a very positive reaction, as it shows the session has been very helpful to him, as it's improved his areas of weakness. So throughout the program, I can carry on with the types of sessions that I just did, to improve his weakness. I asked another question. So, did you enjoy your session? As it's important for the client to enjoy their session so that they can keep a good relationship with you, but also it makes them feel in the right mindset. It makes them feel happy, um, so they can enjoy the sessions. So they want to come back and do more. So he replied saying, "Yes, as you included some basketball drills as well." So I included some basketball related activities as well as the physical ones. And I asked another question. So what was your best part? So he replied saying probably the basketball drills. Now most clients will probably say the basketball drills or the football drills, depending on their sport, as it's what they enjoy. Um, so they would probably state this. Um, so maybe I could have included more fun things to do with weights and weightlifting, um, like set times and stuff for him to improve on, different things like that. And then he stated. So I asked him again, what would you like to work on next session? So he replied saying probably the same areas, as I found each section really related to my weaknesses. So this shows that the activities that I had for the sessions were very relatable, and they did basically they worked on his areas of weaknesses very well, so they helped improve that. So probably with the next sessions I'll do the same sort of thing so that it can improve his areas of weakness. Um, so was there any sessions that you struggled on particularly? So he replied saying yes, the basketball push-ups and the weight relay. So obviously he will struggle with the physical stuff, as this is his areas of weakness. So he wants to improve on his muscular strength and muscular endurance. So the basketball push-ups and the weight relay definitely will be hard for him, as he's lacking in those areas. So as the program goes along, hopefully these will become his easy areas. So these will become his easiest. So would you like me to do other sessions alongside this one during the week? So he said, yeah, if you could find a slot for me. So this shows that the session that I did with him has basically influenced him to take part in more. So the session went pretty well, if you look at it from that perspective. Are you feeling any pain? So you replied. So this is a worry if he does feel pain. This is definitely something to look into from the session. So he replied saying yes, a bit in my ankle, but I should be all right. So it may be a slight injury, but it's still something to take into caution. So you'd analyse the session that you did with him, and you'd look into where he's using his ankle, where he might have injured it. Are you feeling proud of yourself? So I should ask. Everyone should ask this really at the end of a session, as it makes the client feel better about themselves. If they say no, you should say how proud you are. So he says, yes, I think I worked really hard today and I'm quite chuffed. So it shows that he's been working hard and that he's achieved quite a bit. Would you prefer doing it with a peer? He said, no, I think I'll get better outcomes on my own. Some people would prefer doing it with a peer, as they think it will motivate them more, but but some like doing it individually, as they feel as though they work better on their own. So as we can see here with Aaron, he wants to work better on. He works better on his own, so he wants to do it on his own. Did you think the session helped with your muscular strength and endurance? So he stated yes, maybe a little more sessions. Maybe with a little more sessions. Sorry. So this shows that the session was once again very related to his weaknesses, and that it's improving on it quite well. With more sessions, of course. Would you like there to be any more basketball drills? He stated no, because there was a good variety and I need to focus mainly on my fitness. So here, normally clients would state that they want to do more basketball drills because they want to make it fun, but they don't realise that it's not improving their areas of weakness. So Aaron knows what he wants to achieve, so he stated it here saying no. So this is obviously very good because it tells me that he knows what he knows what he needs to do to achieve his goals. So moving on, so the strengths and areas for development regarding you leading your session. So I had different strengths and weaknesses when I was instructing my session. So strengths, I had good communication, so I was talking to Aaron quite a lot. I was telling him what to do, where to go, and I was also giving him quite good feedback as well. I also demonstrated each section well, so if he was doing something wrong in the section, I would correct him and tell him the correct way to do it. I also made the sections basketball related. As I said earlier on, I made some parts of the exercise basketball related to link with his sport. So my areas of weakness, I need to be more aware of my client as he was wearing an exercise. So I've kind of repeated this through as it was the main area of weakness because it can be a very big danger. So I need to take more caution when with my client. I need to take more caution when with my client, and I need to check up on him and see what he's wearing, if he's wearing the right clothes or not. So I also need to show more encouragement and praise. So I did show a little bit of encouragement and praise, but I obviously need to show a bit more as Aaron, as I just need to motivate him more when he's doing his sessions so that he can achieve his goals better. So how are these aims specific to client aims, and how will they be measured to check for success? So like I did earlier, so this is sort of the same thing as I did earlier. So the program aims and specific session aims. So as the program goes along, these session aims will change. So this is for the first session. So aim for Aaron to enjoy himself, to make him feel comfortable really, to make him feel as though he's succeeded at something and find areas of strengths and weaknesses of him. Then the program aims, aim for Aaron to improve his muscular strength and endurance. So that's over the whole 6-week course, and improve his overall fitness. So if we look back at these, if we look back at these, Aaron stated that he enjoyed himself and that he did feel as though he succeeded something. And I also found strengths and weaknesses of him. So the session did become quite good actually. So the overall outcome of the session was very good. So the program aim for Aaron to improve his muscle strength. So he already feels as though he's improving these. So that's a very good start for the program if he was to carry on. And he also wants to improve his overall fitness. So, and he stated that he thinks he's improving. So how these how these aims specific to client aims and how will they be measured for success. So measuring for success. So at the beginning of the program, I'll do fitness testing with him to see what stage he's at and what he can improve on. At the end of the program, I'll test him again to see how much he's improved on. So this is just fitness testing here. So at the start and the end, as I talked about this before. So during the session, I'll ask Aaron to see if he's enjoying it. So I did this during the session, and he was stating that he found it very related and that he's having a good time. I can also check his heart rate to see. I didn't do this one during the session, but I can do it later on in the program as it will become more demanding. So then the final slide here. So the final slide, strengths and areas of for improving your program writing. So this is basically my program that I've wrote up, the 6-week program. This is the strengths and weaknesses of it. So for the strengths, the training is very specific to the client. So I've made sure each section and all the training events are very specific to basketball and the basketball related. And then also is the fitness testing as a strength, as I've put it in, and I thought because I've used the Harvard step test and the hand grip dynamometer to measure his muscular strength and muscular endurance. I also put in a Cooper test, which may not be related to his areas of weakness, but it just helps with improving and maintaining his fitness levels. Also, varying intensities and progressive overload. I've done that quite a lot throughout the plan. And then areas of weakness, possibly less fitness testing, as I did one for every week. So maybe if I just did one at the beginning of the program and at the end of the program, rather than one every week, as it can become very demanding, and also the results can vary. And probably I may have increased the intensity too much towards the end, and once again, yeah, that might be too demanding, so I might need to change the times and things on them. Also, his targets need to be more specific. So my targets that I've set for him, I've set quite varied targets, but they're not very specific, as I said. Yeah, thank you for listening.